Hi, Kenlyn. It's Hope and Zach and Andrea. And so we've kind of added on and updated some of the things that um, you had touched on with our last video. Um, so the big thing I know is that is real important to you is how these characters interact with the audience. And honestly, the team that Candace is on during the last round of videos had a real in-depth round of like how they would interact with each different age group. And honestly, I'm all for not reinventing the wheel. I think they did a fantastic job with that. And so we would kind of reiterate what they stated in that video. You had mentioned something about wanting to do something of a call and response as part of their interaction with an audience. And the whole concept of like, when I say something, you say something, that's real popular right now. And I thought they could kind of mold that to whatever environment they're in. So if they're at a game, that would be appropriate. I suppose we could create one that would be generic. Generic's not the word I'm thinking of, but like that would be specific to their characters that they could use like at a parade and that sort of thing. Unfortunately, the words ridiculously follow. Like if it was when I say say ridiculously, you say nice. That doesn't project very well. So I don't know that we would use that, but kind of want your feedback on what you think might be used for that. Also mentioned in feedback, like how do they capture an audience, and you picked up on the fact that they would be using dance moves and stuff like that. We thought maybe like, especially if like specifically dance students that are on like a dance team or on a cheer team where they're really good at putting together an actual routine. That's a lot of what they do. So we thought they would have like a signature 30-second long routine using an upbeat song, one that's, you know, obviously doesn't have any bad language in it, things like that. Pharrell Williams' Happy comes to mind just because I think there's a wide age range that knows that song. It's well known and it's a very positive song. So wanted to know your feedback on that idea as well before we start really digging into potential songs. Also mentioned in your last feedback video was the idea of holding up a sign. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of that idea. You had mentioned something like how they'd have like a holster behind their back, like how, you know, like a thing of arrows would be held like Robin Hood. Unfortunately, with tumbling and dancing with each other, that could definitely get in the way. Like I'm thinking an easy move that they might do is leapfrogging over each other. So think of how that might not work too well. So again, a little more feedback on that on your end is most certainly welcome. Trying to get to the next slide here. Thank you, Hope. So, revisiting the costumes that we presented in the last video, you really liked it, and I appreciate that. The stripes, you know, incorporated AmeriCollect without being super obvious. The one thing you were wondering was how do we possibly incorporate the words ridiculously nice onto their costumes? We thought like having it on the back of their shirts, think of like a sports jersey, and possibly have it as a hashtag, because then that could be a great way to incorporate social media into all that, because when you see a hashtag, then people know to put the hashtag on when they're posting about, you know, anything. So that's my portion, and I'm going to hand it over to Hope from here. Sorry. Oh, you're
Hi, Kenlyn. So we had kind of discussed criteria for a mascot hire, what we'd be looking for in a student. So they must be able to perform some tricks, like at least a cartwheel, like you had stated. A lot of people can't do cartwheels. Then preferably someone from the cheer or gymnastics team or drama club. And of course, we'd want them to have an upbeat personality and the ability to stand on their feet for possibly long periods of time. Like in a parade, they'd also have to be probably walking a lot. We would want them to be respectful or ridiculously nice, have the ability to interact with all age groups from children to elderly. We would want them to have a good sense of humor, not take things too seriously, and of course a clean record and doing well in school. Probably at least a 3.0 GPA in school. And then just kind of ballparked like 5 to 10 hours a week outside of school and extracurriculars for the mascot gig, but it totally could depend. And then we'd want them to have good hygiene because other people are going to be wearing the costumes, and that would be gross if they didn't shower regularly. And then, of course, be on time, and show up to events when they need to be there.
And then we just started throwing together and working on a sort of code of conduct for the mascot with behaviors and rules. We were thinking that the mascot is supposed to be ridiculously nice, so actors should be going out of their way to pick things up for people, open doors, and throw away garbage that they see, as if they're competing for who's nicer. I know that was a big theme that came up in a lot of the presentations. Actors should portray the fact that they're supposed to be acrobats. So, like Hope was saying, with jumping around, cartwheels if we could, and somersaults, things like that. They should be having high energy and a lot of enthusiasm since they're performers. They're supposed to be acrobats. Smiling faces, pumping up the crowd, that sort of thing, which would go along with the song that Andrea was talking about. And then probably be gentler where appropriate with smaller kids or elderly. Don't necessarily want to be riling them up too much. And then just some rules to always stay in character while around the public. Don't let anyone other than authorized personnel use, wear, or handle the costume. Should be fairly obvious. Never be under the influence of any substance while in the costume or around the public. Another obvious one, especially for high schoolers. And then make sure no other logos are available. This was about for weather reasons, if we were talking about, since it's a short sleeve costume, especially in like colder weather, if they're going to wear something long sleeve underneath, it should be solid colors like black or white, and make sure no other logos are like visible to the public. And that's about where we are with that right now.
Yeah, so here we are kind of fine-tuning some of the stuff that we've talked about previously. Any questions we had, we kind of incorporated into this presentation. I don't think we have any other questions besides just feedback on some of our new ideas and if we should go forward with them, like the song choice and things like that. But we're really happy to keep on going with the whole concept of the acrobatic kind of ideas. One thing we didn't address in here, I'm just thinking of, was the backstory of the, and I don't know that that backstory would really come up all that much. It might be in the setting of like in a school assembly type thing, but it wouldn't really come up in the parades. It wouldn't really come up at like festivals. Like, we don't know Bucky Badger's backstory, so I don't know how important that is to you. So I guess that it would be a question, is how much more do you really want us to work on that whole idea? So thank you so much, and we look forward to hearing back from you.